Welcome back, guys. Welcome back to our channel. Today's video is going to be the race video from Brooksville, where Mr. Brandon was racing against, I think there was 21 pros on the front row at the Brooksville race, and it was a good race for sure. You guys stick around. What I'm going to do is not a lot of footage today from the race itself and the pit area and all that kind of stuff, and I'll explain all that to you at some point later in the video here. But we had a lot of events happen early Saturday morning and changed a bunch of things, and then but as you can see, I want you guys, I'm getting ready to play the race video. It's going to start with Brandon on the front row, and we had Chad Weenan there, we had Chris Borsch there, Hunter Hart, we had all the bunch of XC2 riders there, Jay Shadron, John Galata Jr. Anyway, a bunch of those guys, and I'm leaving out a bunch of them, but anyway, they were all there. Gator Adam McGill, he was not there, and look forward to seeing him at the next one, but he was not there. Walker Fowler was there. Walker Fowler raced in a different class. He did not race on the front line. I think he was doing some testing or something like that, but anyway. All right, so you guys stick around after the race video here. It's not very long, because unfortunately, our race didn't go that long, so it's not going to be a very long video. And but it's pretty cool. Right off the start here, you'll see the guys, they take off from the start line, and a little bit of motocross in here, so it's pretty cool to watch some of that. And Brandon was on the YFZ 450, okay? He was not on the Can-Am Renegade, but you guys watch the video here, and then please come back, and then I'll have a summary of all the events that happened, and my racing, Kyla's racing, Brandon's racing, all at one day. And it was pretty much a disaster, to be honest with you, and I really want you guys to come back. So you guys watch this short video of Brandon's GoPro footage, and then you guys come right back. Good now, buddy. I love you, okay? Have fun, be careful. Let's turn your key switch on.
I thought he was right. Hands second! Hands up!
get started. Hey, you're ready, smart.
Well, there it is. And I told you guys it wasn't very spectacular, okay? And so I'll just sort of catch you up a little bit. So what happened in Brandon's race is it ended really short. 2.5 laps in. It's running 6th, I think, something like that, which was very good against some really good riders and pretty much the GNCC crowd, okay? And Brandon was on the YFZ 450. But anyway, his carrier bearings went out. So he heard something flapping around and this, that, and the other. And turns out that his chain was snapping and popping and his carrier bearings went out of the YFZ 450. So we have since ordered the parts and they're on the way here to get here. But anyway, so what happened, he was just running along and I think he was killing the jumps, okay? And that may have been having something to do with it. But the bearings are out of the rear end. So we've got an axle coming and a carrier with all new bearings and that kind of stuff and that. So I'll start out what happened early Saturday morning. Went up and camped out Friday night. Had a good time hanging out with all the youth riders and you know, the quad dads and quad moms and all that good stuff that we have the group there. And woke up early, made breakfast there in the motorhome, me and my beautiful wife. And then Brandon and Kyla ended up getting there, and I got a 32-foot trailer. So we had a golf cart, and we had the Can-Am Renegade. We had a YFZ 450, and then a YFZ 450 turned sideways, which was 3 race quads. One for me, one for Brandon, and one for Kyla. This one here. So the one in the very back, we turned sideways so we'd get it all to fit, okay? And unfortunately, I went to grab the grab bar here in the back like this, and I picked up and twisted like this to spin the bike around, and I damaged my back. And it was all she wrote for me. I hit the ground, and I've done that before, but it's been many years ago, and my back's been in pretty good shape, man. But so anyway, I hit the ground and just sent a spike up through my spinal cord, obviously, because I pinched a nerve. Brandon was standing there. Brandon had his hands full, or he would have did it. We just trying to get going. We had practice at like 9 o'clock, and asked me, was I okay? And I said, sure. You know what I mean? All fired up and excited. Been doing a little bit of riding and testing on the Renegade, and felt really good. And I really, really wanted to go race, okay? And so what happened after that is I had to do some gluing, or had to do some stuff to Brandon's quad, gas everything up and everything. And I'm like, oh my goodness, I still feel it. I thought maybe, it'd be okay, and progressively got worse. Went and put on my boots. That's when I'm like, oh, something's not right. Nevertheless, still got on the four-wheeler and went out to do the test lap, or the practice lap. And I felt every bump and that kind of stuff. And it was fun, but golly, my back was killing me. So they got this thing called a Daytona 500 up there at Bricksville, and what it is there toward the end of the lap there, it's a big pond, and it's a fifth gear pinned out straightaway that just swings around this big lake. They call it the Daytona 500. Well, coming out of the woods to that, there was a couple little chops there, and I hit those couple little chops, obviously nursing my back. And when I did, I hit the last one and come down, and I was in the throttle like a little sissy, and I know better than that. Hit the throttle as it jumped up, and I was in the throttle as it come down. It broke a gear in the transmission, the pilot shaft that runs through the transmission. So only had front wheel drive. Obviously my race was over, and or my practice lap was over. I was able to get back to the pit area, but my back was killing me, and I broke my quad. So no go racing for me, and sort of devastated. My back got progressively worse. Went and saw a doctor there. I think he races too, but he's a doctor there that does massaging and that kind of stuff there, and some kind of therapy and all that. And he says, yeah, you probably need anyway. Didn't do none of that because I had to go get prepared with Brandon and Kyla, and it got really bad. Got to where I did have a back brace that one of the quad moms had. I thank her for that, and that helped me a lot. But my race was pretty much over. So here we go. So we get ready for Kyla and Brandon, get them all gassed up. Kyla and Brandon actually switched quads. So this is the one Brandon's been racing, and she on the one that she had been racing, she had been complaining about the clutch. I think we've got a pressure plate issue and that kind of stuff. So anyway, she was stalling it quite a bit. So they decided to swap quads. So we swapped plastics out and number plates and all that. Kyla rode this one. This is the one that Brandon's been practicing on and riding and racing. So Kyla rode this one to a third place finish. Did very well. Had a good time on the quad. The quad is not washed because this is about a week later that I'm doing the video. They've been riding a little bit. So Kyla's ran really well. Obviously, you see what happened to Brandon. Brandon's race was over because of his carrier there. So pretty much done. So that was let's see, that was Saturday. Okay, Brandon did not finish running sixth. Kyla finished third. I was out. My back was broke. Done. So stayed around there and stayed the night, Saturday night, and woke up Sunday morning. Terrible night of sleep. Woke up Sunday morning about 4 o'clock. I'm ready to go home, and my back's killing me, and could not get out of bed. Okay, I was stiff as a board. Pain was unbelievable. Took me about an hour to get from the bed to the driver's seat in the motorhome. I had to drive the motorhome, obviously, home, and my beautiful wife, God bless her, she helped me, carried me, pulled me, watching me cry, and you guys had back pain, you know what I'm saying, terrible. Okay, and so anyway, finally got to the driver's seat. Miss Karen, my wife, had to get all the slides in, and You know, normally I do all that garbage. It pisses me off that I couldn't do anything, you know what I mean? But she did all that, and I praise God that she did. So got to the driver's seat and put the armrest down on the both sides of the captain chair in the driver's seat and held my body up like this, because if I put any kind of weight from my torso on my lower back, it would just shoot a pain right through my back. And all the way up through my legs and everything. It was just like, oh, and it would just take my breath away. It pinched so hard that it'd take my breath away. So I held my arms up like this right here and drove the 2.5-hour ride home, and not very comfortable. Long story short, got home, and hard time getting out of the motorhome, getting down the steps to get in the house to sit in the recliner. Could not lay down. Laying down made it worse. I had to sit up, put ice on it, and that kind of stuff. So here it is, Saturday, 1 solid week later. And I just now, let's see, I couldn't walk Sunday, couldn't walk Monday, couldn't walk Tuesday. Wednesday, went to work up there and sat in a chair at work. Sort of played the boss man role. And was hurting really bad, but I could not whatsoever stay at my house. I just, brings back memories. I stayed at my house about 4 months straight, about 2 years ago, and I don't want any of that. So I had to go up to the car shop. So that's what I did. Went up there and sat in the chair and kept it iced and that kind of stuff, and was able to just move around a little bit, okay? And then Thursday felt a little bit better. Friday felt better. Today, pretty good. So I'm out here, obviously. I've still got my brace on. This is the cheaper one. I do have a really good one that my mom got me, and I'm not wearing it now because I don't want to get it dirty out here. So been out here doing some stuff this morning. So anyway, I'm hoping I'm getting better, and they have not went to the doctor yet. Everybody's slammed and busy down here. We got all the winter folks down here, and just a nightmare. But anyway, listen, I'm here and having a good time. So all right, so that's our racing, that's our week. But let me catch you up on some other issues that we've had. All right, so I busted the transmission, major deal. Brandon busted the carrier bearing, not that bad a deal. Don't have the parts for it yet. So got a transmission coming for the 850, brand new transmission for the 850. Okay, because it's pretty much parked. We have not pulled it out yet, but got the transmission coming. Hopefully have it Tuesday, Wednesday next week. All right, so this is another thing that happened here. Can-Am Renegade 1000. This is Brandon's race quad from last season that he raced the whole Gncc season on. You see the motors out of it. So he went, let's see, Wednesday night they went out to camp, and about 40, I think it was 47 or 48 minutes into his moto thing that he was running, lost power. And he said, Dad, I come out of a corner, and he just said it felt like I was tugging something behind it. And so he backed up and backed off the throttle and got on an access road, so head to the camp, up to the pit or the camp area. And he said he didn't make it. And so what happened was it just progressively got worse and finally locked up. And so anyway, Brandon did pull it out yesterday. And but anyway, this is the Can-Am Renegade 1000, and the rod is seized. You see all this is good. All the cylinders are good, okay? It's just it locked up on the crank down there. This one over here is stiff, not locked up, but it's stiff. But this one here is locked up. And what happened, it just locked the engine up. I think the engine had 117 hours on it. This is the quad that this time last year, me and Brandon framed this quad. We bought a brand new frame for it. Bought a bunch of items brand new on it. The only thing that was used on this quad last season this time, plastics, airbox, gas tank, motor and transmission. Everything else, and wiring harness. Everything else had been replaced. Front diffs, A-arms, everything, everything had been replaced, and this is the one that he raced all season in GNCC. So the history of this quad is this was a 2018, started out in 2018. Got this quad from Kevin Cunningham, which won the national championship on it in 2017 or 18. I can't remember when it was. It had like 20 hours on it when I got it. And then I raced it in Florida Trail Riders, 6 or 8 races, had a terrible accident. Racing was over, that quad got parked. And then Brandon started riding it and broke the frame in the back. It was not gusseted, broke the frame in the back. So we ordered a new frame. and we decided that it's easier, instead of us buying a new bike, it was going to be cheaper for us to buy a new frame, and we had to bet a frame on it anyway. So bought a new frame, and we retroed this four-wheeler, okay? And this is what Brandon raced last year. We upgraded the real trailing arms, A-arms, the shocks to all the 21 and above stuff, okay? So this is the one that he raced last year and had very good luck with it. So those 117, 18 hours on it, all been raced hours by two pros. Kevin Cunningham, which is extremely fast, okay? He was the GOAT back in the day and still is. And then we got Brandon's raced it the full season and ended up second. So it's second in points this year in the pro season. So anyway, it was tired. So we got a brand new motor coming. Transmission, brand new motor coming for this one. So yeah, we tore up some stuff in the last 7 days between Brandon and I both. This evidently will probably be our race quad for the first several rounds. We did end up getting our hands on a Renegade. Gonna be building Brandon a new one. Unfortunately, my racing's probably over. This thing will probably be for sale. Gonna put the new transmission in it, and we are gonna sell this quad. Really good quad. It's just that we got to freshen our bikes up with newer stuff, and I've got to get rid of some old stuff so we can free up some money. As you guys well know, these things actually they cost around 30 grand to build, and that's a lot of money from a little mom and pop golf cart shop in town. Okay, so but anyway, they cost a lot of money, so we're not able to keep these. I gotta sell some of this stuff to free up some money. So this one will be for sale as soon as we get the transmission in it. And then this one obviously got a new motor coming for it. It's a practice bike, FTR bikes, that kind of stuff. So all right, so boy, I'm long-winded. I got so much to tell you guys, you know what I mean? And I want to just try to catch you up, and I haven't posted a video in about 4 or 5 days, and I feel bad for that. So we got some stuff coming up. Obviously, we're getting ready to start working on that stuff. But see my race car sitting here. So I pulled my race car out, had some help pulling it out here, and I'm gonna go try to race it because I'm a racer, man. Got to race something. I'm not gonna sit around and play crew chief and that I can't do that. Okay, I want to go race, and it's just I've done it all my life, and that's what I want to go do. So this thing needs a lot of work. So the motor that's in this car here is about 7 years old. It's exhausted. Okay, so I have been building one and gathering parts and pieces for one for a long time. This is it here. Okay, that's a short block there, and it's not complete, but I'm gonna try to get it complete. I don't have a cylinder head. I'm gonna put that cylinder head, I think, on there and try it. I'm guessing it's gonna be a net gain from what I got, okay, but not much. So anyway, I'm gonna try to get that done. And the last time I ran this car, had an oil leak. You see some of the stuff. I'm not sure if you can see that, but got to change the transmission. It's got a bad seal in the back, so that's got to come out. Or the motor's got to come out here too. So anyway, I did get it over here and got the battery charger going on it. So I don't know, it may not happen, okay? But I'm not gonna sit around because I've got to go race something. The quad's out of my deal. I was gonna run 3 races. The one last weekend, there's one next weekend, and then another one I think a weekend after that or something like that. 3 races, and then I was gonna be done with the ATV, just because I miss it. Just like I just told you, I want to race something, and but anyway, I can't, not with my back. I'm not gonna be able to do that right now. I might, well, I say that, but not in the next couple of weeks, okay? Not gonna happen. So maybe at some point, because God, I love XC racing and cross country racing. I really, really do. I love the people. I just love getting out there and being on a machine, and it doing all kinds of crazy things and that kind of stuff. That's really, really fun. Okay, so but anyway, all right, so I got to get out of here. So I just wanted to catch you guys up. Hopefully you guys was able to watch some of the video of Brandon's race, and Brandon had a really good race against some really, really fast guys. And but anyway, still full training mode. We're not down and out. We got 2 of our bikes down, and we got some stuff coming to get them repaired and fixed, and he'll get back on the quads and start testing a little bit again. So and practicing. So 30 days or something like that from the first national. So got to stay after it pretty hard. So got some heavy hitters this year, and obviously Brandon, we gotta get better. Okay, we didn't win last year, the championship, and that's what our ultimate goal is. Everybody's goal is to win the championship. We didn't win, so we got work to do. So we're going to constantly strive for that and work after that. So every morning we wake up, that's all we do is think about how do we make our program better? What can we do? What are we missing? That's what we do. We're racers, and we always thinking about how to make the program better. Okay, we're going to do it. We're going to put forth the effort. We're going to get after it. So, all right, as always, guys, hey, appreciate you watching the videos. Trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. It's been tough, okay? And going to try to, I don't know if I just need to come up with some kind of different way that I present the videos. It just doesn't seem like it's just going quick, you know what I mean? I got some really good followers that you guys, I know that you guys watch my videos a lot, and but I just don't know how to break off and try to attract new people. I just don't know how to do that, and my editing skills and all that stuff's not that great. But anyway, we'll just keep working at it, you know, because I enjoy it. So you guys like, subscribe, and comment, and please tell your friends about it. And we're here just a small team trying to do and make big dreams come true, and that's what we're going to continue to do. So until next time, guys, we'll see y'all.